Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm trying to fit all this into one day, so I ate my lunch real quick, and then um, you know, I'm gonna come out here and keep talking. So I'm trying to remember where I left off at. I don't know. I know I was talking about how I navigate my consequences. I'm sorry, or my relationships, and understanding the consequences that they have or whatever. As far as the situation with the narcissist, I'm not gonna lie, talking about this today in this video, recording this or whatever, it's kind of bringing back memories. But it's so, like, I realized so many things happen, so many things happen in that span of 2 years. Like, whoo, even right now while I'm saying it, I'm I'm remembering things, and it's things that I cannot say because it's definitely going to give it away. But I could say, like, representations of it or whatever. But I haven't done that. Everything that I've said has been what it was, but it's some things that I could kind of, speak in code about, but you wouldn't you would understand it, but it just wouldn't be, what it is. So I have to omit some information. But man, when I tell you, I did a lot, and a lot of what kept me, I'll tell you one thing: if that brother didn't have a family that he has, I know family dynamic. I know family that love each other. My family, we have our issues, but we love each other. My whole entire family. And it makes me sad when people don't have that with their family. I wish that some people that don't understand that dynamic and don't know it and don't see it as a blessing. So I recognize, anyway, like I'm saying, I recognize true family love and unity, and his family is that. If they ever listen to this, they probably know who I'm talking about. And I don't really I got so much respect. Even saying this now, they'll know who I'm talking about. I got so much respect for them, man. Like, I really do. So I never wanted what I experienced to come to for me to speak this on such a public platform, and for them to feel like anything negative towards me for saying it, even though I'm not saying names or anything, you know what I'm saying, but that's their family. You know what I'm saying? So I never would want to disrespect them. I would never would want to tell them, this side of that person. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just my experience. You know what I'm saying? It's just my experience. So I really just want to, I'm just sitting on it. I'm sitting on it. Okay, I use it time to time if I know somebody is dealing with a narcissist. That's if I don't like unsolicited advice. So if I feel like I need to give it, like something that's detrimental, all right, I'm gonna give you advice. But if you're not breaking everything down, and I just don't know for sure that you're going through such a hard struggle, I'm not gonna just go, hey, you need to. I'm not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? But I like throw some things out there if I know somebody dealing with a narcissist, like, hey, this is what that sounds like. Look it up. But I'm not gonna say, hey, do this. No, because I don't live in your experience. So I can't like completely. I kind of lost my train of thought, but anyway, that's just my experience. So I don't ever want them to feel like I'm disrespecting them or whatever. But if he didn't have that unit, man, he'd probably be I don't know where he would be, yo. Like, he got a hell of a unit, yo. A lot of what they presented kept me around, because when I didn't drop my phone, y'all. when my family, I'm from California. My family that I grew up with, like my grandmother and her children and her children's children, we were like siblings. But it's been some years now. I move out of state a lot, but I always come back. Everybody moved out of state. They found, so I didn't have like that same unit, after a while in my adulthood. And so all my relationships, I've gotten real close with their family, and I've been blessed, to have that unit that I had, even though my family is still my heart. I love my family, but we're just physically, we're all separated, so God gave me, in relationships with men that I would have, gave me a beautiful family attached to it. So shout out to the Baxter family and all, their side. And my daughter's father and his family, and my last two kids' father and his family. So I've been blessed, when it comes to that, even just with my own family. So anyway, and the person I'm talking about and his family. So I don't, I'm kind of like, I get to start talking all kind of like talking in circles and stuff. But anyway, I have to get back to this situation. I kind of got to close it out a little bit, or start to close it out, because the video gonna be too long. And I want somebody to learn something, take something from it. They're always gonna show their hand. They're always gonna show their hand. He showed his hand a lot. I already was intertwined. Once you get caught up in that web, it's real hard to get out. Because they just know how to work on you. If you a certain type of person, damn near you got to be a narcissist to fight a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? But some people can, once they get exposure to it, and they can kind of understand it or whatever. But it's a little warm in here. It was a lot. So I have to talk about, I don't know. It's so much that I want to talk about and tell everybody, just to watch out for. But really, I have to be going the direction my mind is going. So I'm gonna close or start to close out when things ended. Eventually, I have to talk about how we eventually got into some sort of title, which I don't think he really wanted to, or whatever. I don't know. What happened was, I was talking to my brother about the situation. Now, my brother, I did not divulge everything, okay? Just specific things, because I didn't want him worrying, because my brother loves me. Shout out to my brother. So anyway, so I would tell my brother, like, oh, you doing this, you doing this, and my brother would be like, okay, in the mind of a man, da 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 da, and he'd be like, do this. And so I was not happy with, because once we got to this point, there was really no other parties involved. That previous situation had diminished. So once we got to this point, it was like, all right, even though I went through what I went through, the empath and the victim in me, I hate to say that, the victim in me was still trying to please, still trying to conquer that battle and get this person to see that I love them and I care. Stupid. Okay, so I still wanted that title. I'm investing this, like, let me get, hey, let's go. So my brother was like, okay, do this. So one day he I don't know, he was gonna come over, he came over or something like that, and I was like, oh, I gotta go somewhere. And where you going? I got all dressed up or something. I don't know what I did exactly, but I was like, oh, I got a date. I think it was on the phone or something. And he was like, what? What you mean? For them, it's like, what? How you got a date? I'm here. I'm your everything. To them, they the end all be all, for everybody. So my brother told me to do that, just act like you're going on a little date or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go on a date. And he was like, nah. I don't know what he said exactly, but he wasn't with it. And I'm like, why? We ain't together. He was like, all right, you want to be together? We going to be together. Swear. Kid you not. That's how that went. So I was like, all right. Really, when you go through it with a narcissist, you be trying to please them. You really do. And you be trying to, if I done put all this in, you gonna at least be my guy. You know what I'm saying? It just, just be all toe up when you deal with them. So anyway, that's how the relationship got on. So I don't even think that, and that was my knee on the chair, okay? But I don't even think that of course, he didn't really want to do that. I don't know, whatever. So we started a relationship. Mind you, we hid our situation at work from start to finish. People I knew personally knew, okay? I can't say them people. It was like 2 people, and they actually hung out with us. So, well, they gonna know now. No, it ain't. No, I'm tripping, because they already know. I'm tripping. They already know. Yeah, duh. Stupid. See, I'll be stupid sometimes. So I don't even know why I got to that. It's so much flooding through my head. Anyway, so that's how we ended up getting it in a relationship. I'm gonna put super big quotations. So anyway, that's how we got in a relationship. I remember one time he got toe up, right? And couldn't drive, parked his car in some random neighborhood, so I had to go pick him up. I helped him get to bed, and then after he fell asleep, I took an Uber to where he left his car at, got his car, brought it back home, all before the morning. Like, I would do stuff like that. It was crazy, bro. I was doing stuff, I was doing stuff like wifey. Anyway, I don't have regrets. Anyway, that was my knee. Anyway, so, it was just a lot going on. Like, I'm just thinking about everything. Like, it was just a lot going on. It was never, one time it was a little bit of a scuffle, like a little pushing action. Like, we was like wrestling. Like, I got into it, it was wrestling, but it was, nah. I'm not trying to, like, dumb down everything. I'm just being honest. I wasn't physically abused. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Just verbally and emotionally abused. And that's my truth. I don't like I said, I don't like using certain terms, but I enabled that. You know what I'm saying? Like, had I not allowed so much, it wouldn't have happened. So remember that, like, people gonna take advantage. Like, you give them power. If they can't understand having that power, if they can't control that human nature to overpower, and a narcissist needs to feel that way. So don't give them that. And it's gonna be hard, because it was hard for me. But once you go through it, you gonna learn your lesson. But if you going through it, don't, bro. Like, you'd be surprised how much they change when you fight them back. As far as, like, not giving them their supply. You know what I'm saying? And eventually they'll discard. Because that's why, not like beginning my closeout, I was discarded, right? Like I said, I leave a situation very easily. I mean, not very easily, but when it's time for me to leave, I leave. I didn't finish processing that situation. I was on my way. Please believe me. I knew it would end. I just had to go through my process. I don't, like I said, I don't regret. So I do everything to assure I don't regret. When I'm sure, I'm sure. So, they'll probably definitely guess who this is when I say it. I'm not even gonna say it, because hopefully they don't. He was dealing with somebody else, like talking to somebody else, right? Like, mind you, this is after the established relationship, like talking like a friendship, right? And I'm trying to remember. I knew that person was just, having phone conversations or whatever. Came to my house one day, was having a full-fledged phone conversation in my backyard, right? In my on my patio with the person who was of opposite sex. So I knew, knowing him well, I knew he was interested. Plus, her physical features, I knew he was interested. He didn't really like, I'm not going to say he didn't really, I'm going to say this is what he told me. Okay. He didn't like certain complexions of women. And to him, he would tell me I was Lauryn Hill complexion, which I love chocolate. So I wasn't offended, but it's like, what? Like, I'm not really, but all right. It was just, he would say weird things, but I think he thought it would bother me, but I love chocolate skin. So it's just like, I'm not light skin. I'm brown skin or whatever. So according to my cousin, she said I'm light, but I'm brown skin. So maybe I just look lighter on this camera. Anyway, so he liked lighter skin, mixed white, the typical preference of some of our black men, that they like to shout at the mountaintops. I don't care what you like, baby, that's on you. It's plenty black men that like their women and the blackness of their women, honey. Look, have at it, okay? I don't care. But as far as for him, when I knew who he was talking to, I knew what was, I knew. One thing I didn't want was for it to be successful. And let me tell you why. You're going to be surprised. Because I knew this person. We weren't like friends. I just knew of her. I mean, like we were really cool. But it wasn't like a friendship outside of work. Yeah, we work together anyway, so yeah. But the time that I spent with this particular woman, cool. I mean, cool. And I had known some of her struggles and some of the things that she went through, whether it had been through somebody else at the job or something that she might have told me. But it was everything that about her was good for me. Really good person, really down to earth, great mother, and I don't want to tell her business, but we share similar losses, okay? So I just loved her mental, loved her mental. Mind you, she the same sign as Kendrick Lamar, okay? So I loved her mental, cool chick. So when I found out that he was like having a conversation with her and being cool with her, I already knew it was the same process, bro. So I really didn't want her to be exposed. But then another thing is, it could have just been how he was doing me. But I know that they do that. They have their supplies in it, and they had they similar processes. But I was hopeful, like, okay, I know what direction this is going. Okay, he was replacing the supply. And I'm not going to go as far as to call her a supply just based on, just cause. I don't know what she allows, so I can't. But I know that's what he was aiming to do was, throw away me as a supply and then replace the supply. I can't say what she went through. I can't say. I cannot say, and I won't say. I just hope she didn't. You understand? Because this woman didn't deserve it as much as I didn't deserve it. It is so if she did or is or whatever the case may be, I pray to God she hasn't and won't. Because, we be hanging, good women, we be hanging on by a thread, bucko. So I was hanging on by a thread. I'm still a good woman, but I'm not, like, I'm to myself now. I'm not worried about makeup. I'm not worried about, I don't want no attention. I always didn't like attention much, but I really don't want it now because I don't want to pursue a relationship. This relationship is old. I had two other relationships after that, and my last was with my ex, which this is nothing to do with him. Okay, we still very cool, very close. We share 2 children. I'm just single right now. He's single, but we cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? So. But I just hope, and if she's going through anything, I pray she keep her strength, and I pray he gets better. Maybe he's better. Maybe, because there's no cure to that. Maybe he's not a narcissist. He's a narcissist. I'm not even finna do that. But, I don't know. I pray to God, I pray to God she ain't witnessed none of that. And like I said, if his family at all figures this out, I ain't like I would never want y'all to feel no type of way. That's just, like I said, it was just my experience. It doesn't change the unit that he has and the beauty that he has from his family and the love that they show me, or none of that. Like, this is just my experience. Maybe I allowed too much. Yeah, I allowed too much. So I can't say that this person is just an evil person. I'm not, he was being evil to me, yes. But I can't say that he's just an evil person all around. I'm just speaking on my, and I'm not trying to backtrack and backpedal. I'm just saying, if I'm speaking to his family like that, that's what it is. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell them right now, I could hit them up and be thankful. And I have, expressed my gratitude or whatever, as far as them taking me in and showing me the love. It's just a lot. The beautiful family, bro. Like, beautiful family, and like I said, I appreciate the good times, the dancing and, him bringing me to the family functions and just allowing me to be around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, sir, for that. That's what I needed. I can't thank you for the bad. Nah, matter of fact, yeah, I can, because it helped, because I was completely clueless before then, and I was going through crazy relationships, you know what I'm saying, because of the type of person that I am. So I learned to kind of just, do better for myself, you know what I'm saying. So I, if I see him, ain't no bad blood, you know what I'm saying, like, you just not my friend, and that's cool. So I wish you well. But as far as anybody dealing with it, like, just be careful, yo. Understand your consequences. Understand what you putting yourself through. Understand the type of person that you loving. If you want to stay, it's plenty people that stays with narcissists. If you want to stay and you learn how to navigate the situation. I can't speak on nobody I know personally, but this person knows they with a narcissist. But I ain't gonna say nothing. So, if you decide to navigate the situation and stay with that person, and the person I'm talking about, I love to death, so I trust his judgment, support his decisions, and, also love the person. I love the person that he with, too. That's part of my family. But, for people who can't handle that, if you're going to be with a narcissist and you can't handle it, I couldn't handle it. It's not for me. It's not for me. So I left. But if you starting to lose yourself, take a minute, see if it's really worth it, and learn. And then see if you can help somebody else out. I hope this video helps somebody else out. I can't give you ways to beat it or whatever. I don't know. Like, you just gotta survive through it. You know what I'm saying? And thank God I ain't been physically abused or none of that, but I've had my situations, I've had my struggles, I've gone through what I've gone through, and I'm grateful to still be here and be able to share my experience. So best wishes to that person, and I pray to God that they heal anything that may have caused that. I don't remember exactly how that personality disorder starts or whatever, but I just pray that there's something that helps. If he doesn't have his relationship with God back planted heavy, I'm working on mine too. And I can't do this without God. I can't do nothing without God. So I just pray that we all get out of our situations, and I thank my family that supported me. I have a cousin that had helped me through that, and my brother helped me through that. And Steve, after the situation, I listened to Steve Furtick. He is I don't remember where his church is, but he's a pastor. I don't remember where he's based out of, but I listened to a lot of his videos. I listened to a lot of his videos when I was going through that. It helped me, and I listened to a lot of gospel, after that ended, and that's how I just gained my strength in God. And, I studied and shout out to the person that I dealt with, sister, even though I can't probably just know now, but she helped me a lot. She don't even know she helped me, So anyway, I hope I'm not my cousin. I had a cousin, My other cousin helped me. My cousin Robin, my cousin Nisha, and my brother. It's a lot. My kids helped me. Man. It's not, I have a mom. She's not, of course, not my biological mom, but my mom helped me. But she didn't really know what I was going through exactly. She still don't know. Maybe she know a little bit. I'm trying to remember. I know other people helped me, but I just can't remember. My kids seen a lot of it firsthand, like me crying and stuff. So, I just want them to. I tell them all the time, just learn from me. You've seen things I've gone through. Just learn from me, be better. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't subject my children to abuse or nothing. I kept them pretty protected, but it doesn't mean that they didn't see pain. They've seen some things, as far as their mom going through some things. So I just hope that they, learn what not to be and what to avoid. So I think if I have anything to add, I'll add it. But that's pretty much it for my story. This video is probably like an hour and a half long. But I do hope that it helps somebody. If you have anything to add or any questions to ask, I'm not a psychologist or an expert, but if you just are curious about certain things and I can answer it, just say something in a comment. Otherwise, thank you guys for listening, and I welcome all comments. If I reply to them, I reply to them. If YouTube block them, I don't know. Anyway, appreciate y'all for listening. Okay, so I just want to add this, and this might influence some people to really just leave that situation early. Going through that, and like I said, I wasn't able to tell everything, but it was a lot. Like I don't know how much I can stress that it was a lot. It was a lot. I went through a lot. I can't stress that enough, yo. Like I really did. Like it was so bad. I'm just gonna say this. It was so bad. One time, he was doing me so wrong, emotionally, mentally, and verbally, that I just one day was like, why you don't just hit me? Like, I literally asked him that, like, why you? And I ain't been hit. I ain't been abused physically. I ain't really been abused. I've been taken advantage of and stuff like that. But I just asked him, I was like, why you don't just hit me? And he kind of looked at me like, what? I'm like, I told him, I felt like I could deal with you hitting me way more than I could deal with the things that you do. I literally asked, and I meant every word. Like, I meant every word, and that was sad. I don't remember what, I think he kind of laughed it off. I don't know exactly. I don't remember exactly what he said after that, but I remember that's a very, very strong memory that I have. Anyway, I'm coming to say that I'm sorry, that situation, that experience, along with some experiences in my life that I had before, but that one in particular was so detrimental to me and my mental that I ended up developing complex post-traumatic stress disorder. In turn helped trigger some agoraphobia I didn't know that I had. So agoraphobia shows in different ways. I'm trying to think. Okay, so I'm in a sociology psychology and sociology that are generals to this degree that I have. And so it's just funny because they've been talking about things that I've experienced in life. Anyway, so one of the assignments was an extra credit assignment, and she wanted us to watch a movie from a list, and these movies are based on psychology. One of the movies is called Copycat. It's with Sigourney Weaver. Old movie. Oh, really good movie though. Really good. If you get a chance, if you want to just watch something, a thriller or whatever. Anyway, She suffers from agoraphobia, from going through a traumatic experience, a near death experience, from being attacked by a murderer who was stalking her. So anyway, she developed agoraphobia. She didn't want to leave her home. That's one version of agoraphobia. Okay, so you have fear of crowds and fear of leaving your home and being exposed to social, kind of sort of like that. Mine, I don't have issues with that, but I have issues with feeling trapped, which is a part of a form of agoraphobia. So I avoid situations where I might feel trapped. I'm not gonna go deep into it, but just know I don't take elevators. Okay? I don't take elevators unless I absolutely have to. But I'm gonna take some stairs, honey. So yes, that situation and being in a situation that's traumatic, not just with a narcissist, but being in an abusive relationship, whether it be your parents, whether it be your spouse, whether it be whoever. Okay, because your parents can abuse you, your spouse can abuse you, anybody. When you abused. Okay, don't let nobody tell you you're not, and don't be so sensitive too. But what I'm saying is, just know yourself, know what you're going through, know what you're witnessing. Everybody have their own versions. Okay, don't let nobody discredit you, and don't be around here lying. Because the people that's really going through stuff like that, and you got people out here crying wolf. All right, and I ain't towards nobody. I'm just saying in general, because there's a lot going on right now. But just take care of yourself. Now I have to deal with. I had to acknowledge that, understand that that's what I was going through, because I couldn't understand why I was developing these fears. And so after doing some research and also paying good attention in my psychology class, I happened to learn a couple things further on while I was dealing with the things that I was dealing with. So now I'm on a journey to properly heal from this situation, in whatever way need be. Even though earlier in the video I did call him my enemy to this day. When I say that, I mean he's the opposite of my friend. I have no hate. I have disappointment. And all that's telling me to do is just completely separate myself from that person. Always. I will always, and I already have. But what I'm saying is I won't return, even if it's as a friend. And so I didn't, when I said the enemy thing, it wasn't in a way to say, I'm gunning for that person. It's just, that's just not my friend. And I'm okay with that. If I see that person, I will speak. It's not a big deal, but that's about it. So I just wanted to get on here and say that. Just be careful, take care of yourself, and you. So know you and do you. And do what needs to be done. Take care of yourself. Praise God. Thank God. I cannot do this without God. Nothing at all. Not one thing. Nothing at all. So I'm forever grateful to God, and I thank Him, even though I have my flesh is weak and I do sin. I love God, and I thank Him for everything. And there's so many people that I would like to thank. But anyway, hopefully there's more than 10 people watch this. If not, that's fine too. One, if this helps one, I don't care. So God bless you guys, and work on your relationship with God. I'm gonna do the same thing. And thank you for watching.